Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, love, salutations to the hopeful elect that's laboring in his word and truth and sincerity, Lord willing. This could be an edifying video. All right, pretty much I'm going to just read through Ezekiel, the 37th chapter. Okay, because, you know, a lot of times we talk about the kingdom. The first thing come to mind is, us being made perfect, us being gods. We speak about having women because the glory of the man is the woman. So we do want, women in abundance, riches. And, we talk about all these things, which is all beautiful. But another thing is that we're going to be a nation again. Okay. We're going to be a nation again. There's not going to be no more hatred between the tribes. Okay, there's not gonna be a nigga. Okay, that whole that YN spirit, that ain't gonna be amongst us, man. We're gonna be a royal, regal people. Okay, a righteous people, man. And it ain't gonna be no more Southern Kingdom, Northern Kingdom. We're gonna be one nation. Okay, so first I want to start off here. I want to grab Jeremiah 50 and 33. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai of hosts. The children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go." Right? So, we were oppressed together, man. Okay, mainly here in Babylon the Great. Okay, all the tribes is catching it. Now, of course, Judah being the head tribe, Judah is going to be the main one that's, on the front row seat, so to say. But the Northern Kingdom catching it too. Hey, you see, they deporting them and taking them to what's it called? Which we ain't even really hearing too much about that. I forget what it was called. Where they had them, they had the COVID mask on them. They had them handcuffed. You know. But oh, it was a time where at the border they had them sleeping on like aluminum foil and shit. You know. And overall, we were just, we catch hell together here, okay? But with the balance, the Lord has brought the tribes together via this truth, okay? And even these YNs, they be cool with the Northern Kingdom, you know? The Northern Kingdom kind of, well, more than they used to, cuz you still got Northern Kingdom that they don't want they don't want Southern Kingdom to deal with their daughter, or deal with their sister, which you can, I mean, you understand it because our people are just fucked up. But they'll be more accepting of their daughter getting with a gringo. Okay, but they are, beginning with this truth. Okay, brothers came together, but you are gonna have the tribes, when Jacob's trouble fully we're fully in the depth of it, in the midst of it. You're gonna have them click up because Esau is coming on all the tribes. Okay, he ain't just gonna come on Judah. He's gonna let you Northern Kingdom know he don't give a fuck about you too. Okay, but I'm gonna read this again. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. These devils don't want to let us go, man. Okay, they want us to keep believing the lies that they told us. You're black, you're Mexican, you're Native American. That's what you are. Your history starts with slavery. You know, but through the spirit and power and mercy of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, we've been freed from the lies of Edom. Yahweh Shai said, Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Okay, we're free from the goals of this world, chasing a bag, wanting to live the American dream. Man, we free from all that shit, man. Okay, but nonetheless, let me go ahead to Ezekiel 37, starting at verse 1. The hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord, and set me down in the midst of the valley which was full of bones, and caused me to pass by them round about, and behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry. And it's going to explain what these bones are. Okay, they represent Israel being in a dead, destroyed state, because our identity was taken from us. And you look at our people, man, even though the word then went out, a majority of our people didn't heard this, you still got them in a dead state, dreads, colorful fucking dreads, fucking tatting their whole body up, getting lined up, getting you got men getting weird ass bull ring, nose piercings, eyebrow piercings, lip piercings, like doing all this shit to please these wicked women, and our women are just forget about it. they're just wicked as hell, man. So we're in a destroyed state. It says, and he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord, power, thou knowest. So like, Lord, you know. Again, he said unto me, Prophesy unto these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord power unto these bones, Behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. And I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. So how did the Lord put this breath in us? Okay, beginning with Elijah the prophet, Abba Bivens. Okay, the Spirit was on him to go into the New Testament, and to, his eyes was open, man. And I believe in his book that Vocab and them found, Mark of a Race, he was calling the Lord Joshua, which we know Joshua is Yahushai. So the Spirit was on him, man. He knew the name of the Lord, but it just wasn't time to come out yet, you know. But the Spirit was on him that heavy, and that's the beginning of the breath entering into us. Okay, it says, verse 7, So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to bone. And when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came up upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. Then said he unto me, Prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, Thus saith the Lord power, Come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived, and stood up upon their feet, an exceeding great army. So this is beautiful, man, because the elect are being brought together from the four winds by this ministry. Okay, I want to focus on verse 9 again, because I'm about to grab something in Baruch, where it says, Then he said unto me, Prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man. Okay, because just because we don't have huge numbers, some brothers got huge camps, but some brothers got smaller camps. But that doesn't mean that the word isn't going out. That doesn't mean that the elect is not listening and being activated. Okay, we've had brothers, from Africa on the comment board in Africa, different brothers I've seen on the apostles videos, guy one time it was a guy in Saudi Arabia. He commented on Apostle Tahar video. So the word is going out, man. Let me grab something real quick, and I'm gonna jump back. And this is what's healing us. You know, Baruch 3, I believe it is. Been a while since I grabbed this. If it's not Baruch 3, it's Baruch 4. Okay, if I don't see it, I'm gonna type it. Yep, Baruch chapter 4, verse let's see, 37. I started verse 36. O Jerusalem, look about thee toward the east, and behold the joy that cometh unto thee from the Most High. Lo, thy sons come, whom thou sentest away. They come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of the Most High. And just a small testimony, because they say from the east to the west, the Spirit had us link up with brothers that's all the way on the west coast. Here it is, we're all the way on the east coast. Those brothers on the whole other side of the country, and the Spirit brought us together by the word, you know, by the word, man. So, hey, that's a beautiful thing. And brothers are in different states, different parts of the world, but we all came together for the same purpose, you know, and it's a beautiful thing, man. But I just wanted to bring that out because of what it said in Ezekiel 37. All right. So, verse 10. So I prophesied. I want to read this again. I know I read it. As he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood up upon their feet, an exceeding great army. And that's that 144,000, man. Okay. Of course, you have, the one third, the multitude of men, women, and children. That's also going to be delivered, but begins with the 144,000. Okay, that exceeding great army, man. You know, and this is something that Esau thought would never happen. He thought we would never wake up. He thought that, yeah, we got them. We got all of these psyop operations. We know how to keep them destroyed. We know how to, we through the music, through the food, through social media, through the television. They did all of this to keep us from waking up to who we are, to keep us destroyed. And it affected their people. It affected their people. And through the spirit and mercy of Yahweh Bashem Shai, we still got it. We still woke up, man. And that's why it says after 3 days and a half, matter of fact, let me grab that. Let me grab that. Let me grab that. Revelation 11 and 11. And after 3 days and a half, which represents 350 years from 1619 to 1969, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them. What I'm reading in Ezekiel 37. And they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. So us waking up to this truth, going on the highways and hedges, condemning Esau, bringing out these prophecies. This put great fear in these devils, because they were like, "Oh shit, what? How do they know? How did they get this? There's no way." Because Esau is a carnal man, so he did everything carnally to keep us from getting it. All right, but the spirit of the Lord, man. Okay, his prophets are here. And now we know the truth. We know that you're not white. We know that we're not black. We're not Mexican. We're not Latino. We're not Native American. We're not Jamaican. We're not Haitian. We're not Dominican. We're not none of that shit. We are the 12 tribes of Yasha Allah. Okay, the 12 tribes of Israel. We are those people, man. Okay, this is our history book. This is our book. And the prophecies tell us what time we're in. And you're going down, man. There's nothing you can do to stop it. Nothing you can do to stop it. So going back to Ezekiel 37, I'm gonna try to breeze through this, not make this too long. But verse 11, then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say our bones are dry and our hope is lost. We are cut off for our parts. And these nations, they really thought that our hope was going. Like, yeah, they never gonna come back into power. Cause that's what it would look like if you're a carnal man. It would look like we would never get out of this position because we don't have a military here. We don't have our own land. We don't have, a position in the UN or anything like that. And our people are just destroyed. So it would look like that if you look at it carnally. But we know Yahweh Bashem and Hawashah is in control of all things. Okay, and our power is the one that's going to get us out of here. That's going to put us back on top. Okay, so reading on. It says, therefore prophesy and say unto them, Thus saith the Lord power, Behold, O my people, I will open your graves and cause you to come up out of your graves and bring you into the land of Israel. You see that? He's going to bring us to the land. So you niggas that be flying over there to Israel, you niggas going to get destroyed. Okay? We waiting on the Lord to bring us to the land when he cleans it, when he cleanses it with fire. Then he will place us there. We don't want to fucking go there. You got to put on that small hat and, man, fuck all that, man. You got the biggest alphabet parades over there. Why would you want to be over there? All right. It says, and ye shall know that I am the Lord when I have opened your graves, O my people, and brought you up out of your graves. Right. Because the Heavenly Father, he's going to let it be known who he is, man. Okay. He's going to let it be known. Because he's a power that hideth himself. And he did this for a reason. He wanted you nations. He wanted you to get proud. He wanted you Edomites to think that you can defeat him, to think that you can be him. That's what he wanted. Just so when he showed himself through his judgments, he's going to show you that you ain't shit. He's the one that allowed you to do what you did. He's the one that created you, that gave the blueprint for all creation. Okay? So you're gonna fucking learn, man. But reading on, and shall put my spirit in you, and ye shall live, and I shall place you in your own land. Then shall ye know that I, the Lord, have spoken it and performed it, saith the Lord. Yeah, because he's gonna do it, man. He's gonna put us in his favorite land, the land that his eyes are always upon it from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. That's what he said. He said his eyes are always upon that land. And that's why Edom's on over there. That's why they trying to expand their territory because they want that birthright. Okay. Reading on, the word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel his companions. So that word stick, okay, because this is why we use the tribe chart, right? Because obviously during this time Ezekiel didn't need it. right? Ezekiel didn't need it during this time. So this is talking about today. But when you look up stick, it means like tree, wood, timber, stock, plank, okay? And tree, wood, pieces of wood, okay? And some brothers actually make their tribe chart out of wood, you know? So this is talking about, which is gonna make more sense as we keep reading. Okay, actually, let me read this here. Ooh, I didn't even know it said that in the NLT. Let me read verse 16 in the NLT. Son of man, take a piece of wood and carve on it these words. This represents Judah and its allied tribes, which we have there on the tribe chart, the southern kingdom. Then take another piece and carve these words on it. This represents Ephraim and the northern tribes of Israel. And that's what we have. You know, Ephraim being the head tribe of the northern kingdom. Okay, Ephraim and the rest of the tribes are labeled under northern kingdom, and join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thy hand. So we got them together on the chart, and we tell our people that we are brothers. Okay, and when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, Wilt thou not shew us what thou meanest by these? Say unto them, Thus saith the Lord power, Behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows, right? And will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in my hand. Hold on, Salakia. I got a little distracted by these Edomite bitches out here. Got a little distracted, Salakia. Akim. Yeah, so pretty much, the 12th tribe chart. And the sticks whereon thou writest shall be in thine hand before their eyes. So we have this, and that's what attracts the attention of people. People stop by to look at that tribe chart. Okay, we got Judah, and to the opposite side, so-called Negroes. Benjamin, so-called West Indians. Levi, so-called Haitians. Ephraim, so-called Puerto Ricans, and so forth. And it's so-called because that's what our oppressor called us. And say unto them, Thus saith the Lord power, Behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen whither they be going, and will gather them on every side and bring them into their own land. So the Lord is going to grab us from all the lands he scattered us and bring us to his favorite land. And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all, and they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into two kingdoms any more at all. Okay? So the Lord's going to gather us from all of these lands he scattered us, and he's going to make us one nation again. There's not going to be a southern kingdom, northern kingdom split. We're going to be one nation, and then on top of that, King David is going to be our king. Okay? King David is going to be king number one. All right? And Yahweh Shah himself, he's going to be here with us. Okay? Yahweh Shah is the King of Kings, Lord of Lords. But directly under him in earthly position will be King David. Okay? Neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols, nor with their detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions, but I will save them out of all their dwelling places, wherein they have sinned, and will cleanse them. So shall they be my people, and I will be their power. So we're not going to be worshiping other gods. We're never going to be wicked. We're never going to go off again. And that's the most beautiful thing about the kingdom, is that we will never be able to sin. Okay, we're going to be programmed to be perfect. Okay, and we're going to be a brotherly people. Okay, ain't going to be no more Northern Kingdom, Southern Kingdom beefing, fighting each other. Because we went to war with each other, man, in our history, you know? But we're gonna be brothers. We're gonna be brothers, and we're gonna love each other, man. We're gonna give each other our daughters. You know, it's gonna be beautiful. Okay, and all of our daughters will be a princess. All right. It says, "And David, my servant, shall be king over them, and they all shall have one shepherd. They shall also walk in my judgments and observe my statutes and do them." So, self-explanatory. I'm gonna try to finish this out. I made this too long. "And they shall dwell in the land that I have given unto Jacob my servant, wherein your fathers have dwelt, and they shall dwell therein, even they and their children and their children's children forever. And my servant David shall be their prince forever." You see that? So that's how you know this is not talking about during the time of Ezekiel. This is yet to happen. This is getting ready to happen. "Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them. It shall be an everlasting covenant with them. And I will place them and multiply them, and will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore." This is what our power said he's going to do, man. Okay? Second covenant will be in full effect. "My tabernacle also shall be with them. Yeah, I will be their power, and they shall be my people. And the heathen shall know that I, the Lord, do sanctify Israel, when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forevermore." So this is beautiful. Okay, but I'm going to wrap it up there. Lord willing, this was edifying. Shalom.